Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So just gonna touch on some updates since yesterday's disheartening, tragic news for many people who's left the Evony community reeling, and I am talking about the resource confiscation by Evony. Well, apparently they've done even more than that. So let's go back to the initial event and go over what actually happened. And just bear in mind, or bear with me, I'm going to be joining some Viking rallies as this goes along. But I'll do my best to stay on task here. So yesterday, basically, a bunch of people, myself, or I mean my family, my wife's account, got this email basically saying there was, I don't understand right here, but trading illegal resources. And they confiscated probably, I think it's fair to say they took 90% of the resources. I think that's about what has been added up. So they took, I don't know, 1 to 1.5 billion, maybe more, maybe less. But that's probably average what they took. I've heard some people lost closer to 10. Some people lost almost nothing. So all I can say, talking about consistencies amongst those accounts, what happened, it seems to have to do with large transfers. So if you're transporting food to somebody or anything, transporting resources, sorry, I didn't mean to say just food there. If you're doing it over and over, it seemed to have triggered something. Now, one thing that pisses me off about this is there's taxes here. Like if you look at rate of transport fees, right here, why do you have taxes in the game if you're going to say you're doing it too much and we're going to come and take resources? So that seems to be what is a possible trigger that happened. Then another thing that bothers me is there's way bills in the game right here. And we work hard to get these way bills to be able to trade with people. You're allowed to in-game trade in Evony. So I don't understand what the problem is here. That seems to be what triggered it, from what I'm hearing from a lot of people. Another possible thing is a lot of the accounts that were targeted may not have been first owner accounts. So they changed hands. So you don't know what that person did prior to you getting a hold of that account, right? They could have done illegal stuff and it took Evony a year, 2 years to finally catch up to a lot of people. And now they're going after those people. So we don't really know that. Now, let's get back to what happened today. Even bigger news. And not many people know about this. People are confused. People confused the multiple emails. So this is an earlier one about botting that everyone thought was fake and apparently isn't. Now I'm just going to go into the email that Evony actually sent today. I woke up to another one and it said punishable trade. And I got this on this account and I was like, whoa, what the hell? And I thought something happened to me, but it wasn't. So this one says, we've detected, this was today, we've detected behavior that some monarchs trade illegal resources in-game, which harmed the interest of the monarchs and broke the fairness of the game. We have decided to punish monarchs who were verified to have resource trading behavior, including but not limited to warning, clearing illegally acquired resources, and account suspension. And then it lists all the accounts. Look at these. So I thought this was just telling everyone in Evony, hey, these were the cheaters yesterday. And look at these, some of these, eh? Some of these are really new accounts. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. Look at this. It turns out those are new punishments today. So those just happened. Now, I have spoke with Evony about what happened yesterday, and I at least did not get a generic reply. At least they said, what's the account number? Maybe we'll tell you more. Now, I have some images of generic replies Evony has given, And then I'll go back into detail of what went down today. So people were suspended today. So this is a generic reply that Evony gave out to somebody today. Dear Liege, we sincerely apologize, because they wrote and said, hey, what the hell happened to my resources? We apologize for the inconvenience this caused you. This is not the in-game experience we want you to have. Please check the in-game mail to see if you have received our notification letter, our warm reminder. Please be careful not to conduct a large amount of resource transactions. Our technical department has recently verified the abnormality of the resource data and has dealt with it accordingly. Your account has been verified to have abnormal data. Please be careful not to transfer or trade a large number of resources. Like, thanks, Zeno. What is that? Right? So, as I said earlier, there's taxes in the game. So why have those if you're not allowed to do it? Why not just not allow transfers? Cut out waybills, or go into waybills and say you can't send this item in waybills and eliminate them, because there's certain things that you're not allowed to transfer, right? I can't transfer 5,000 gems. So if you don't want people to transfer resources or stamina on waybills, eliminate it. They have the power to do that rather than just punish people. So then today on this large email that I was just going over here, I'll look at it again so this one with all the numbers, those are suspended accounts. If you go to your map, if you find one of those numbers, they're not on the map anymore. They've been removed. And this is what happens when they log in. Your account is suspended due to using third-party softwares or other inappropriate actions in the game. Please contact customer support if you want to apply for unlocking your account. And very nice of them to give you the option to start a new game. Because, yeah, I really want to play again after you've done that to me. Now, this, to me, looks like pack loading. At suspension either is on a borrowed account from somebody, they bought it off somebody, it had a former user, and they don't know what that person did in the past. Or they know that they bought resources from pack loading. And once again, pack loading is you see an advertisement on Facebook or wherever, and it says, hey, for $100, we'll fill your account with $1,000 worth of items. And generally what happens there is they're using a stolen gift card or a credit card. That's why they do it. They know that they're not going to get the full value of the credit card, but they're turning it into real money, and you pay them by PayPal or Bitcoin. And it's untraceable for them, or for the most part. And then a year or two later, which would be today, Evony finds out and is like, okay, all of you are suspended. Now, no word if those people are going to be unsuspended and given the accounts back, or are they permanently banned? And some of those people had massive amounts of resources in those accounts, and in the ones that were confiscated yesterday. And so the worst part for me, what I'm thinking, so yesterday they confiscated resources. Today they suspended people. What's tomorrow? Are they going to ban people? Permanent bans? Like, we just don't know when it's going to end. So this is the uneasy part for Evony's customer base. And I think Evony is going to take a big drop in the purchases in packs until they actually come out and say what happened. Like, this response from Zeno, this is not sufficient. To me, that's like, yeah, no, thanks. I don't accept that. I need specific reasoning, and I need to be able to ask you. I need to be able to counter that and question your reasoning. Because if your reasoning is too many transfers, that's BS. I'll tell you right now. I know people who sell resources in the game. Their only reason to log into the game is to gather resources and sell them. They don't sell them to their teammates and pay taxes on it. They drop bubble and let people attack them, and there's zero taxes. So I saw a video from Miser a while ago, and he was complaining about bots. And whether you agree with him or not, one thing that I thought was a very insightful thought that he had was, hey, maybe we make it so resources can't leave accounts. So if you have alts, you can't move the resources. You drop bubble, someone attacks you, resources are not one of the things you can capture from the person. So that would eliminate this sort of problem if Evony feels it's a problem. So there's things they can do other than upsetting their customer base. But I just wanted to update you guys on the news that came out today, which was the suspended accounts. So if you see holes in the map in some of your alliances, that's probably why there's a disappeared account. But you know what's funny? If you go into membership and look up and down, you'll still see that suspended account. So maybe they'll be coming back. You'd have to assume they'll be coming back without their resources, though. So this is Genghis server 68. I'll update you guys as I hear more news on this. Hopefully it's over and we don't hear anything else tomorrow, because I'm sure there's people who are just like terrified to wake up and log in and see what happens and see if there's a permanent ban. So like, subscribe, leave a comment.